Everyone assumes because this Middle Eastern org came out of nowhere buying all the top EU players. You're saying Tayson, Chapix.
The reason why we came up like so strong is because like we planned for it basically.
Everyone's assuming oil money. Nobody knows anything, about the background, etc.
It's not upsetting me in a way, but like I don't like people judging us just because where are from.
I don't know, bro. Falcons isn't funded by oil money yet. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Brandverse Podcast. I'm your host, Arab, along with my co-host, Edwin. And today we're having a guest that's actually straight from the Middle East. A guest we never would have expected to have on. We have Musaed Al Dossary. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of him. We have a lot of Arab viewers here. He's massive in the Middle East. Musaed, welcome to the stream.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, well,
Thank
not a stream podcast. For the sake of our English viewers, we're gonna call you Dossary the whole time.
That's way better. Yeah.
They have a problem saying the sound.
Yeah.
Edwin tries to say it all the time.
Wait, how is that what it is?
Musaed.
No, same Saad.
Saad.
Oh my god, he does it. He speaks Spanish though, so it's unfair. Musaed, welcome to the podcast. You're a massive FIFA player. You're a Red Bull sponsored athlete. That's hard to come across.
Damn.
How does that happen?
Like I'm a FIFA World Champion and I've been competing in FIFA since 5 years. I've won a World Championship and the next year after I was the Vice World Champion.
Yeah,
So...
you're basically like the cooler KSI.
bro, it's crazy how like FIFA communities are so like, I'm not into FIFA, but like I know that the FIFA communities are crazy, dude. That's sick that you won a world championship. Holy fuck.
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why FIFA communities are crazy? My theory, because everyone, like even people who don't game, play FIFA. Like in college, they all
Fair.
play FIFA.
Yeah.
So they can watch that and they're not nerds. So
Yeah,
that's the real
well,
reason Saad came on here, is so that he could brag that we're losers because we play Fortnite and he's FIFA, so he's like he's the big shit. Saad, you're a Red Bull sponsored athlete. You won FIFA World Champion. It's FIFA's very like, it's like a tight community. I feel like it's more cult like, right? It doesn't, you nowadays you don't get millions of views off FIFA, but you get those active, like they're active, they support you. Or am I mistaken?
You mean
on
like
that?
the community, like how?
Yeah.
FIFA now, like basically now we have an off season till the next FIFA comes in, which is basically in a month. So it's like basically the off season for most of the pros players. We just go on and watch nerds games.
Hey, so do you do a lot of pack openings and shit?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like anytime I go into the FIFA streamers like stream, they're just opening pack after pack after pack, and kids love that shit, dude. They love it. So let me ask you this, because I never understood it. What is the best thing you can get from a pack? Like the thing that everyone's looking for?
Well, I packed this year CR7.
Oh yeah, Cristiano
Ronaldo. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
Basically, like it's one of the best things. We still have like the icons, the old gang, Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldo, Zidane.
Oh, they're still in the
Gotcha.
game?
Yeah, they're in the game because
Okay.
like they put like icons mode.
That's cool.
Did they change the skill level of the player based on how they perform in real life?
Yeah. Like they like put like an average of like what they've done the whole season, and like as an example, if he scored just 2 goals, 3 goals, he will be in team of the week for the next week. So like, and then there is team of the year, which is the best player.
They keep up with it. They keep up with it, like live, kind of. So it's like real life.
Yeah.
I don't play that shit, but I love watching. But I love watching it. Like it's always one of those. It's one of those games where you can be chilling with homies, and even if you don't understand, you understand. It's FIFA.
Yeah.
You can't not understand it. My brother used to play. My older brother. So I was always the best gamer in the family, right? My older brother, because he played games before me, I would watch him play, and he would play the FIFA Saturday League or the weekend league that they used to have every weekend. He'd sit all weekend, play it, and he was like top 10 for a while. Yeah, top 10 on our. He's never made videos or anything, but he was really fucking good. So it's cool to see.
Was he raging?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, my brother, wasn't it? Are you a rager?
No. I'm a chill guy, but like most of players who play weekend league, like.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was gonna ask. So you won the what'd you say, FIFA World Cup? You won one of those.
Yeah.
So Red Bull approached you after that, correct?
Yeah, like I've won 2018, and I've signed with Red Bull last year.
So my question is how, I mean, like, I don't know if you can say or whatever, but like, how long are those contracts usually for? Like, indefinitely or?
I was like a power horse athlete. It's another energy drink.
Brag about it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, like basically, my contract was 1 year with power horse, and now with Red Bull it's like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But like Red Bull is like most known, even from the athletes when I speak to them. Red Bull, they're most known as a family, and like they have like a long term.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about you before we got messaged and said like to have you on the podcast, but you're a really chill man.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Guess.
I'm gonna go with 24.
I'm gonna go with 27.
I'm still so young, guys. I'm 21.
Really?
21?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro! I just said 27, bro. Fuck.
No, I know because he's Arab, bro. You know that he's a little younger.
It's the facial hair, bro.
Yeah. We all look older because of the facial hair. Good for you. You've accomplished a lot, right? You're FIFA World Champion. There's a specific thing we want to get into. Obviously, that's the title of this podcast. But before we get into that, I want to talk about how it was like. You live in the Middle East, right? Parents in the Middle East aren't the biggest fans of gaming.
Yeah.
How did you get away with being a degenerate for so long until you finally made something of yourself, playing hours a day until your parents were like, all right, khalas, like, we're going to let him.
Well, for me, it was the same story for most of maybe the Middle East players. Back in the days when there was school and stuff, like we're not allowed to play, etc. So like it was normally a boring day in the house when I'm not playing. But like I'm not addicted into FIFA like that much. Like Fortnite like took like way more time than playing FIFA. Like FIFA is like more of chilling, like you just play 2-3 hours the first month, then it's fine. You can take breaks whenever there is not major tournament.
Right.
So like I was just playing, just a 1-2-3 hours per day, which is fine, I assume at that time. And then when I started like my first tournament, which was like 5 years ago, and I won the first tournament, so it was like, like he might have a great future, and I hopefully like my story like inspired another fathers and
right.
Son.
How much did you win off that tournament?
Money wise, 30K. Like we're not big prize pool as Fortnite. But
what?
Like
what do you mean? That's huge.
Is that a lot over there? Like, what does that turn into?
Yeah, it's like about 120K Saudi Riyal. So like,
does it make a difference? So it ends up being this. You buy the same shit with it.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think Saudi might even be a little bit more expensive than the US. So, but no, it's still that's
it's the same. Like everyone is asking me, but like it's about like the lifestyle you guys go in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think FIFA, like being like a really good FIFA player, is like genetics, or can you like get better? You get what I'm saying? Because you say you only played a couple hours and you were really good, and like that couple hours that you played let you win a tournament. So like, do you think it's like a genetic thing, or do you think like you're like it's like easier to be better at the game?
Like the 60-70%, is like genetic thing, but then you need like to be like consistent to play like much longer to know like the meta. And I think it's like any other game, to be honest.
I'd like to think
you still need.
I like to think most gaming in general is a lot of genetics, but like you know, almost anyone can have it, but it's figuring out which game you're good at.
Yeah,
That's a
which
good
game
point.
putting
You know,
That's a good
hours
point.
on and
Yeah.
effort
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
because like there's
that's
so,
a good point.
but when you're good at one game, you tend to be good at most games. It's just you know, not necessarily the top, but a lot of players can like switch games from, you know, one game to another. Like you see Fortnite pros go to Warzone, they're really good. A lot of the top Warzone pros used to be Fortnite pros. The top ones right now used to be Fortnite pros. And before Fortnite, they were Call of Duty pros.
Yeah, but real quick, so in tournaments, when you play in a tournament, is it like, do they give you like a set team, or like can you play with the players that you've unlocked through pack openings? You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they give you like in tournaments, they give you an unlocked account with any player you really want the game.
Oh damn!
Okay, so
and,
it's even. Yeah.
and everyone just picks the best players possible.
Of course.
For some reason, you probably so you obviously, you know, you're winning tournaments, whatever. You won that $30,000 tournament at what age?
17.
Fuck. Your parents can't say no after that, right?
Yeah, shit.
It wasn't the same story. Like, to be honest, like if you want the whole story, like I wasn't interested into getting into a FIFA player, you know, pro player.
Yeah, it just
But, like,
happened.
Yeah, it's just happened.
Sorry
and I
to
wasn't
hear that,
sure
man.
to go.
Sorry that you're stuck here now.
No, I mean at the beginning. Now you can ask me, like, it was a great choice, but
I
at the
hate
beginning
my
I wasn't
job.
sure
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get into, you know, like traveling and be known as a FIFA pro player, basically. You know, I
Mhm.
was like just a guy who wasn't sure interesting to get into
Bro,
this
bro,
one.
you know I like him, bro. He's like, yeah, I only play FIFA for like 2 hours, you know, here and there. Yeah, you know, I just be winning tournaments. 17 years old. Like, I didn't want to be a pro. You know, just kind of fell into my lap. It's whatever. That's so funny.
So you didn't want to be a pro player. Well, like I want to know no, I mean the whole story, whatever the story is, whatever it leads to. But you won that $30,000. What was the next step? You were just like, oh fuck it. Okay, what, you know, keep playing for fun.
Basically, I was still in school. No, but like at that moment when I won, like everyone, basically, I don't think I was showing my face. Like even my Instagram was private, you know. So I was like a bit of a guy. I was known in the scene as because like I won, like I get like top 10, top 1 worldwide stuff, like ranking stuff. But like I wasn't, you know, like publicly that well. But then after I won, like I was like, I'm aiming for the best things to come. Since I like put my foot into it, I'm going to the full way.
So then you decided to start making content.
Nah, not really.
Not yet.
Nah, like I start content in FIFA 19.
Whoa.
So like 2 years later.
Fuck,
Wow.
you started late.
Yeah.
Were
Do you
you
regret-
streaming when you started playing? Like when you won that first tournament when you were like 17?
No. You just can't see me in the leaderboards. Like a cash cup, you know,
Yeah,
when you just
yeah.
see the first boys and stuff. Yeah.
So do you regret waiting so long?
Well, you know, the FIFA thing is, it's about meta, you know. So sometimes even if you want to stream, like now, even if I want to stream, but I know like meta and people doesn't, I cannot use it in stream because other players will find out.
True.
Okay.
Damn, it's like
Right.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Huh.
meta like player wise?
Nah, it's like, do you remember?
Because I'm
like
wondering
when
what would
Fortnite
change. You know?
Yeah, like, you know, like shooting from this angle is broken, you know, near post shots is broken, this tactic is broken,
Okay.
formation. You know?
That changes or just it always evolves.
Yeah, like that changes always. You know, people doesn't like in FIFA 19 we have like thing which is like time finishing. It's the same as NBA.
Right.
And it was like super OP. Like you can basically score non-existing football goals, and not many people knows. You know, so
Right.
it was amazing. You know, and
Okay.
still,
So you're a cheater.
Yeah, don't tell Red Bull. So you won the 30K. You still didn't like care to. You told your parents or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I told my parents I'm going to a tournament, but to be very frankly honest, like money isn't the case while I'm still playing.
Yeah.
I entered playing.
Yeah.
Still in your head, you're going to college.
Yeah, like
the
back
time.
in the days, yeah.
What happened where it clicked and how'd that conversation go?
Well, 18 the next year, I'm still was school, so I was 18.
Right.
And I've won a major event there as well, and I've won
For
the
how
World
much?
Championship. It was
Like 4 million.
well, I think no. Well, I'm not really sure, but I think like it was like the major was like about 30K as well,
Right.
or 40K. I'm not really sure. And then there was basically the World Championship where I was still in school, and that was World Champion while I'm still in school.
Is
So
that
I won
2 million?
250K. No,
250K. Okay. That's a cool picture, by the way. That's a sick
Damn,
picture.
250K. Holy shit.
Do you-
Damn, dude. I mean, when you win 250K after winning 30K, like I'm sure your parents were like, okay, like we get it. Maybe you don't have to go to college.
I don't know, bro. Not in
Yeah,
the
how was
strict Middle
that?
East.
Yeah,
No, like I still next year I entered college, but like next year in FIFA 18 we just had like 6-7 majors, but in FIFA 19 we had like about 20 majors, and each major is LAN. So I had to fly out like basically every month for around a week and a half. So like it was a busy year. So I started a bit, but then I've seen myself like I couldn't do anything. Like, you know, I can still be in college, but like I will not learn anything. So it wouldn't be like
Useless.
a good thing. Yeah, useless.
But they get
basically.
it. They understood it because at that point you'd proven success.
Yeah.
So you started making content in 2019.
Yeah.
You've grown your channel pretty fast. 500K in 2 years. I've been making that shit for 6 years, and it took 5 for it to pop off.
I still can do more, but like, you know, like most of the FIFA things is like 1v1, like me playing against, you know, another top YouTuber. But like, I'm more focusing on the pro side because I'm still
you still enjoy it.
Yeah, still.
Dude, it's crazy to see that like even in other games, there's always that like divide between being a content creator and being a professional player. And like before I really got into Twitch and into like the serious part of gaming, I didn't really realize it was like that. I just thought like content creators were kind of pros at what they do, or else who the fuck would watch their shit, right? But like, nah, dude, like the thing that you said about like not streaming because you have like meta plays that you don't want to share with people. Fortnite people do that too. Like Fortnite players, like, you know, there's some that literally never stream because they have strategies that they've worked on privately, you know?
Yeah, search strategy stuff, you know.
And I always mixed everything. Maybe that's why I never was on top. Like I was on top for maybe one season. I was always like good enough to make good content, you know, like top 50, top 30, top 20. But fucking, I never won one.
Like you still can mix it up, you know, in a way or another. Like we can play like I'm just stream while I play like arena, you know, solo arena thing, and just, you know, chill with chill. You know, it's the same with FIFA.
Chill with homies in a call or whatever. Yeah, but like people want to watch tournaments. You know, that's what people enjoy the most. So you're on to bigger and better things, Dossary. You know, a big reason that we got in contact too is we got hit up by one of our friends too. And he basically said, can I explain what he said to us? Yeah, he was like, you know, one of the owners of Falcon, or the owner of Falcon. Are you the sole owner of Falcon Esports?
But I still have like a couple of shareholders.
But you're the majority. Yeah, so the owner of Falcon Esports, first of all, congratulations. You're absolutely killing it.
Thank you.
He said he wants to get away from the idea of oil money. Everyone assumes because this Middle Eastern org came out of nowhere and is now buying the top European players. You're expanding to North America too, I'm pretty sure. Or not yet. Not yet. Buying all the top EU players. You're saying Tayson, Chapix, etc. And you have Middle Eastern players. Well, everyone's assuming oil money. Nobody knows anything, you know, about the background, etc. First of all, is it bad that people assume oil money? Does that upset you?
It's not upsetting me in a way, you know, but like I don't like people judging us just because where are from, you know.
Do you think it's a negative judgment?
Yeah, honestly, it is. Like, okay, we're not into like the Europe stuff like till we came up, but the reason why we came up like so strong is because like we planned for it basically.
Right.
So the people, maybe many people doesn't know, but like me running an org was like since the beginning. I played with Falcons in 2018. So like I started Falcons by myself. I played in, and
Okay.
then I decided to stop Falcons because I want to have like some experience with better orgs. I went with Rogue, which is now like they're big in League of Legends stuff. So
Yeah.
like yeah, I went with them because I want like that experience getting from another orgs and how do they work. And then I decided when times comes, I decided like now with like a couple of my friends, investors, shareholders, like we can do a very good project. So like before even we into the EU, we was like 1 year before we was in the Middle East. We like having the best Middle East roster. We have like literally 12 players in Fortnite. Our
Right.
Call of Duty team doesn't lose any tournament within 1 year. So
Really?
like we had like 5, 6 games in the Middle East. But like the first, but I understand because we went like super strong,
You went super strong, right? You came out of nowhere. Right? Who the fuck is Falcon?
Yeah, that's it basically,
Bro, do you know how like gnarly you guys are? I was like looking at your Twitter and I was just looking at stuff about you before the podcast, and I was talking to my friend about like Falcon. He's like, "Oh, that's cool. You're having him on." I'm like, "Wait, you know who this guy is? You know?" Because he's not in the scene at all. He doesn't play Fortnite. Like I was like, "How the fuck do you know who this is?" He's like, "Oh, dude, their teams are crazy." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's insane." And yeah, man. Like I said, I looked up just a bunch of stuff before, and the come up is crazy because of how quickly it happened. And I want to make a note about something you said where you started it kind of loosely and then you were like, you know what, I need to learn. I'm going to go like experience what it's like the back end of being on another team. That's something that people don't do in business, and it's very important. And me and Arab talk about it all the time, how people think that when you become a content creator, you just like, you pay everyone for everything. You're like, okay, I'm going to get an editor, I'm going to get a thumbnail designer, and that's fine. But like, it's very important to learn how to do those things by yourself, because then you don't get ripped off. You know what to expect. You know how hard it is, So it's cool that you did that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a team thing. Like now we have like more than 70, 80 pro players, the team. So like it's a team thing. I cannot take like a full management of stuff. Like obviously there's like general director, team managers, stuff. So like it's a full thing basically. I cannot do it my own. So
yeah, and you have to obviously you have to delegate, etc. But you've done a good job. You've built that foundation. You being a part of it, good call on that, so that you could come back and handle that yourself. Bess, are you able to handle that as a pro FIFA player? Like, does a lot of your time, all your free time, I'm assuming, goes to it, right?
Like, like it's a time management at the end of the day. Like, I'm an owner, so like I only need to be there where it's important,
right?
Basically, like we have like 20 managers, something like that. So like it's only like a daily thing when it's 1 hour, 2 hours. But the most stressful thing is me watching tournaments.
Were you watching this last FNCS?
Yeah. Yesterday I was watching with the boys. I even was watching with the managers and stuff.
That's cool. I'm sure it probably makes it way more passionate. Because you have something on the line.
Yeah, like I want to play, instead of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel that pressure. Watching is like it's way too much pressure than playing.
Is this more of a passion project for you?
It is indeed it is. It's a more of passion, building something good in the Middle East. Like Arab, you are into the Middle East. You can see the community. You can see the community, like the
crazy, bro. They're
the marketing
crazy,
stuff,
bro.
like
They're crazy.
So like if you can mix it up in a way or another, like I don't think you're gonna be stoppable. Like you literally can be with the best teams, and like just regarding like if it can take time. I've played maybe 8 or 9 tournaments in FIFA, last FIFA, and I've won 6 or 5. So I just lost 2.
This guy's the fucking Mayweather, bro.
Bro, like,
he's the Mayweather of FIFA.
Dude, the crazy thing is he just says it so casually. I'm like, it almost like goes over my head because of how casually he said it. You know what I'm saying?
Would you put yourself as the #1 FIFA player to ever touch the game?
It's not me who I put myself. It's just
what other people put you? What is your rank #1?
Like since EA get into esports, I was the only guy who won a major since FIFA 17.
Right.
Wow. Hey, I have a question for both of you. Going back to like the team, do you guys? Because I'm unaware. You know, Arab, you're really involved in the Middle Eastern community. Obviously, you are as well. Do you guys think that the Middle Eastern community has a lot of representation in esports, or no? You get what I'm
No.
saying?
I don't think so.
Not really, to be honest. Like,
I think. Go ahead. You go first.
I think it's just like there is so much talented players, but like their lack of confidence, their lack of experience wise. So that's what we want to do. Like we have, like, as you told, like 5 or 6, 7 games in the Middle East. We can get rid of it and just get into Europe and global things. It's still kind of the same money, but as we are from the Middle East, we want to support a story of success. We are from here, and we want people to be successful from here.
Yeah,
it's also taboo.
Yeah, true.
It's against culture to game, really, in the Middle East. Like, it's not, it's against parent culture to drop everything and be able to game, because the standard is engineer, lawyer, or doctor, right? Otherwise, you're a failure. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, at the end of the day, your parents want you to be successful. But, like, I just got off a phone call with my parents this morning that was an hour long about them. I thought we were done talking about this. For a year and a half, I persuaded them to not make my little brother go to college. And then he stayed the summer. He's been killing it in streaming. He's doing really well. He's making way more money than I was making at his age, right? Like, and he's happy. And they told me, they're like, okay, well, maybe he should go spend a day at an internship. I'm like, what? There's no way you guys are still talking about this. Like, we spent a year and a half. You guys said, okay, he doesn't have to go to college. Now, because you came back from Lebanon, like, for what, did you tell some of your friends in Lebanon that your son plays games?
Oh, 100%.
That your son plays
100%.
games, and then now you guys are like, you don't believe in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so yeah. So first of all, I think that's a problem with representation in the Middle East. Plus, two, I think people just aren't making content enough in the Middle East.
Yeah, in a way or another, to be honest. Like, Fortnite is one of the, like, most helping games, because, like, prize pool wise, like, they're helping a lot to convince, like, even parents when they see, like, the amount of prize pool. But, like, in another games, we still want to be the guys who inspired them. And me, like, basically, because I'm from the Middle East and the successful story I've done, like, I can be a helpful part into it. That's what I'm aiming to do.
So, at the risk of sounding ignorant, is a part of the reason that gaming isn't super prevalent or super represented in the Middle East due to a lack of, like, good internet? Is that, like, part of it at all, or no?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
100%.
Really?
It's not like about a good internet, but like most couple of games that they don't have a server that exists in the Middle East, And if they have a server, then it will be like not the best server. So like,
well, the countries Dossary's from have good internet. Lebanon, we're not the best. We're not doing too hot, especially right now. We don't have internet, we don't have electricity. But most like, it's mostly what he said. The servers, there's no support for the Middle East. I think over the next 10 years there will be. Like, I think people will start realizing how big it is and how much money Middle Easterners are willing to spend.
I mean, dude, I think, like, just generationally, like, you think back to, like, our grandparents. Like, our grandparents don't play fucking video games. Like, they don't. You know what I'm saying? But, like, when I'm old as shit, dude, I'm playing video games all the time. Like, why not? But it's just like a generational thing where, like, what is important to our generation becomes important to the world around us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think you're right. In like 10 years, it'll definitely start booming. And the other thing was I had another good. Never mind. I forgot. I had a point. It'll come back to me.
So I want to go back to the oil money thing. We talked about it being a negative connotation, oil money, whatever. When really it's just friends who are successful who decided to fund it together. Why? Knowing how much of a money pit esports is, you're throwing money in and it's burning. Why'd you decide, even though it's a passion project, to start this?
I mean, it's a passion project, but it's a business project,
Yeah.
But we're doing something that we love. So that's it. I think basically the thing is that we got judged because of Tyson buyout, no way or another.
Oh my God. Are you allowed to
but,
talk
like,
about that? It was public, wasn't it?
it was public, but like the exact number we are not allowed. But like
Okay.
it was public. You know?
Yeah.
So like entering into any another game, like we can all say for us, for many, at least for more than 50%, the best player in the world, which is who's Tayson.
Tayson.
Basically.
It's hands down
Yeah.
Tayson.
Yeah, he's Tayson. We can go as an example into another games, like Valorant best players moved into another org, basically with like 6 figures.
Right.
Like so, like 10x double, and he's the best player. So like getting Tayson with that money, like it's still, you know, he's the best player in the world. At the end of the day, if there is a World Cup, Tayson should be the number 1 favorite. So like it's the same. Like Rocket League, I was talking to a guy who's into Rocket League RLCS in NA, and he was telling me like they're selling their player to another org, which is like 150k USD dollars, and he just gets like he have the player like 14k followers on Twitter. So that's the market price.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that is really high.
What does that get you as an org? You know, well, okay, sure, he's winning a tournament, but that's the name on the leaderboard.
Like I mean, like, you know, we all know like when him winning a tournament, like beside the World Cup, is not a return of investment thing, you know, from the cash, from the prize pool. But like how marketing wise you can get benefit of Tayson. Like we all can see like now, like adding the best player in the world in Fortnite, how can add you know, as a team and org into the scene.
Sure,
like,
everybody knows about Falcon now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can get like 10 players, but like no one will see how we get. They will always see like, do they have the best player? No. Basically, you know.
So you buy champions.
Dude, I mean, like an example of that, dude, is like, you know, way back in the day, a team called BBG started, like, came out of nowhere. And initially, I didn't take them too seriously. I just thought they were like another team, like, that came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know who it was run by. But then they started picking up, like, you know, at first they picked up like randoms, but then they started picking up really good players and like better players, and then they kind of kept up with it, and now it's like they're respected because that's what they did. You know, they spent money on good players, and now they're known to be a pretty decent team. Also, I remember what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was in regards to like a Middle Eastern player. A long time ago, one time I was playing Call of Duty with really good players. It was Destroy, Aiden, and Turner, like Tifu, and we're all playing, and this kid randomly donated Turner $1,000. And he goes, "Hey man, I'm the best player, like almost in the world. Like I'm from the Middle East. Like I'm donating you this $1,000 for you to 1v1 me. And if you beat me, I'll donate another $1,000. And we were like, dude, no fucking way. So we all hop in a game in shipment, and like we're spectating. And it was Turner versus that other kid from the Middle East. And oh my God, that kid from the Middle East fried his shit, dude. Like, and I know if he listens to this, he'll remember exactly what I'm talking about. Because this kid did not, dude, it was like 10-2. And then that kid kicked Turner's ass. And then all the other pro players were like, all right, let me try. So Destroy went up, and he fucking wrecked Destroy. And then Aiden went up, and then he fucking wrecked Aiden. And then the kid just left. Like, he didn't give, you know, like he, but it's crazy, bro. Like, underrepresented.
Can I say a funny story?
Huh.
That was
He's
him.
a player on our.
Wait,
I
actually,
knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
His name is King Aboudi. Like basically, we know the players. Like basically, the players in our Call of Duty team. If they play in the CDL, basically we know like they're gonna do like a very good job. So we want to support them. You can see like they played like against Aiden. You know, they play against Tifu. And there is as well, like he plays even against like a couple of CDL players.
That
like,
is so funny, bro.
And
That
he
is
still
so
won against
funny.
them.
Dude,
But like how life is small, you're mentioning.
yeah, bro, dude, and the reason I barely remembered it was because I don't play I play Call of Duty now. Like I started playing it like as of like the last 2 weeks because anyways, but that one rare occasion I was playing with him, dude, that kid donated $1,000 and just wiped everyone, dude, mercilessly. And like after they were talking about it, they're like, dude, how the fuck did that just happen? And then they were like, dude, this dude has to play so often that he knows exactly where to point his gun on every angle of shipment, because that's where we were. We were like in the containers map or whatever.
Yeah, actually, he's not just good at 1v1. Like most of the tournaments here is 6v6, and he's like literally the best player.
Oh, after what I saw, I believe it, dude. I believe it. That shit was crazy.
Dude, it's funny because you're telling the story the whole time, and in my head I'm thinking, watch him say this is one of us.
Dude, I swear. Dude, as I was saying it, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold up. I can't believe
I tell
it.
you a funny story? I was like, it's over. It's over. No.
Yeah. Shout out to that kid, bro. I never forgot that moment.
What's his
bro.
name?
Like, holy
What's
shit.
his name?
Aboudi.
Aboudi. Habibi
Yeah,
Aboudi.
King Aboudi.
Shout out to you, King. King
How
Aboudi.
old
What a
is
great
he?
name.
How old is he?
I think he's 18 or 19.
Yeah.
you,
Dude, what a small world.
you know what it is? You know, I think the #1 Dota player in the world is Lebanese.
Miracle.
Is that his name?
I think like Miracle have now like his own gang, and I think that Miracle I think is Jordan, but I think like his teammates is Lebanese and stuff.
Yeah.
They're Arabs.
Yeah, and you know why that is, Edwin? In Lebanon, none of them can afford their own setups, right? Or at least, you know, it used to be like that in the day growing up. But what everyone did have is, you know, enough money to go to the network. That's what it was called, the gaming cafe, and play with the homies all day. And that's because I would do that when I would go to Lebanon because I was a gamer and, you know, there was nowhere to go. So I'd go with my cousin and we would sit in there for 18 hours from
I believe it.
from 12 o'clock till 6 a.m. And everyone would just play nonstop, and they would play Dota. They would play Dota all day, just 5v5ing the best players in the fucking, and literally in the country. Like they would all be there just 5v5ing nonstop, smoking cigarettes at 12. Smoking cigarettes at 12. Smoking cigarettes, screaming at the lady who runs the place to add more time. You know, and but they're making their money back because they're betting wagers on each other too. Like they're betting $50, they're betting $100. Like it was their shit talk, and then they just became gods. I don't know if that's the same for you know, like the United Arab Emirates, but that's how it was in Lebanon. Like that's what it was. That was their, you know, big dick. Like I'm here, I'm the best fucking Dota player.
Like I just keep thinking about that occasion specifically, and like just like the conversations we were having. And when this kid donated him $1,000, we were like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna fucking kill this kid. You're gonna smash him, like this and that." And then all of a sudden the kid's like up 3-0, and we're like, damn. We're like, hey, man. We're like, no, we're like, hey, man, you got this, bro. Like, keep going. And then the kid's up like 7-2. We're like, fuck, dude, holy shit. We're live to how many people? We're like 40,000. God damn.
Do your players make content out of that when they do something like that? Like, tell me he uploaded it.
Yeah.
I 1v1 Tifu. Yeah, he better have.
Pretty sure, yeah.
That was $1,000 of oil money. I'm kidding.
Bro, I met where the $1,000 came from, bro. This motherfucker right
here. I love how he came full circle. So you have teams in which games?
We have a Dota 2 team. We have a PUBG Mobile team, Rocket League team. I hope Overwatch team.
Are those all franchise?
No. Like in Middle East, it's not franchise basically.
It's just tournaments.
We have the Saudi leagues, like which is like a good money.
Okay.
Yeah. Dota 2 is still not franchised, but like Overwatch is.
Yeah. But you're not in the Overwatch franchise. You're just in the Middle East, and then you're expanding. The plan is long term.
Yeah, Overwatch Europe, like we are in the contenders, which is second biggest major in Europe, and we've won that.
Does that game still get viewers?
Yeah.
Really?
Dota?
No, Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. I never got into that shit.
Dota does it right. Dota does it where the way they fund their prize pool is they release a skin for an X amount of time, or like a percentage of skin sales for X amount of time during this month, all go to the prize pool. And that's something Fortnite needs to do, because their prize pools are crazy. Because that month, everyone will just spend all their money knowing that it's going to like, imagine the Fortnite tournaments were still for $1 million for first place. How intense it would be.
Who runs that game? Who's like the company that owns it? Is it Riot?
I think Riot, yeah.
It used to be Frozen Throne. No, Dota doesn't run. League of Legends is run by Riot. It's Blizzard.
Oh.
It used to be Blizzard.
Interesting. Yeah, I got a question. To be in the CDL, you need to pay a lot of money for a seat, right? Like we
We need to basically
developed
buy
and
a
published by
franchise spot.
Valve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it?
it's Valve.
Oh, Valve.
Yeah.
So is that a plan in the future? Because isn't it like a franchise spot like fucking like $1 million or something?
I wish so. It's $25 million franchise spot.
Oh my god!
Now it looks like you need an oil money investor.
Bro, wait, why? I don't get it. Why?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
It's like, but it's like a return of investment thing, on a long-term thing. You can't just get return of investment out of
In
it.
300 years.
No, you know why? Actually, it kind of
so.
it kind of makes sense a little bit, and let me tell you why. Because it sounds like buying a seat into the CDL league is like hoping that it'll turn into like the NFL. You get what I'm saying? Like or like a league team, because $25 million to buy a spot in the NFL is cheap. You get what I'm saying? Like crazy cheap, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know anything about that. But my point is, I feel like if you pay the $25 million to get in, they're hoping in like 10 years it becomes such a lucrative situation. Because bro, I think that parents, and this is just me, bro, like you know how like the whole COVID thing, and like no one wants to let their kids go out, and then like even before that there was like the whole at least in the United States before COVID, it was school shooters. It was like a bunch of school shooters like were happening all the time. Like people were afraid to like even leave their kids at school for longer than they needed to for sports and shit. So I think like as time goes on,
there were a lot of school shootings.
No,
right
dude,
before
there were
COVID.
a lot. There were a lot, and it's funny because I had a tweet that I never tweeted because I thought it was a little too insensitive. It was something about like how COVID stopped school shooters. But anyways, my point is, parents have a lot of reasons to not let their kids stay at school for longer than they need to, like to play sports and shit. So the reason I feel like maybe investing into a CDL spot in the next 10, 20 years would be really lucrative is because I think more parents are going to want to get their kids into like playing video games, but more competitively, because it's like an extracurricular activity like sports that helps them, hone their, just problem solving abilities, their extracurricular shit. And I think more parents are going to get their kids into stuff like that. I mean, like we're friends with Cope, which is like an organization that yeah, exactly. Cope.
Oh,
and
you've
like
talked to Cope before? Or just like keep eyes on the...
Nah, I talked to
great people.
I think, like very
Shay?
great people, very great story. Yeah, I think so. He's a father of a player.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I've talked to them, and I've really liked the story, to be honest.
They're great people.
Shout out to Cope, but that's what I mean. I think that there's gonna be more people like them and more people like us when we have kids that if my kid wants to play sports, like I might let him, but at the same time, like bro, like you could also do this. Like I won't be as get off the fucking TV as my parents were.
I think times change, to be honest. Like now with everything and how like you can get like money easily from any game, and and you can see like a good inspiring stories. Like time change. Like I can see like the 10 years later, esport maybe can compete against the biggest sport for.
I see that too.
Fan base.
I think COVID helped a lot.
Yeah,
in a way or another. Yeah, like if COVID helps the guys who's not into esports just to see how big esports and how big is our normal life.
Yeah, we have a year and a half of not able to do anything. Like, what are we gonna watch? So they decided to watch, and they enjoy it. A spot in the NFL is $3 billion minimum.
$3 billion, yeah, exactly. Like that's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Like 25 million now for it to be worth $3 billion in 10 years. Like that's kind of nuts. Yeah. Did you ever play like real sports? Like speaking of, like, did you ever actually play like soccer and shit?
Yeah, I played like soccer often. Not now, but like back in the day when I was having more time. I play soccer often. I still play often. I was like, we had a boot camp in Fortnite EU, so I went there to say hi.
I think I saw your picture with them. Congrats, by the way, on your FNCS win.
I think we didn't win. Like in Middle East we won.
In Middle East you won. Yeah, that must have been fun. I was, dude. Sorry, but every other region fucking sucks. The Middle East is the most fun to watch.
Yeah, like 50-50 gang, yeah?
50-50 gang, bro.
Bro,
I'm watching every game and it's 100 fucking people going for height.
Bro, dude, I wake up at like 10 a.m. the other day and I look at my phone and I click on a video that Arab posted and it's him screaming about a Middle East like end game, dude. Like these kids are just doing some crazy shit and I don't know. I don't see it like you got pumped over that. Like that was crazy to watch.
Yeah, it's cool, and you know, you were watching from home, obviously. Was that the same intensity as compared to EU, or is it different because it's Middle East?
Middle East price pool is like 10,000 if they want.
Right, obviously
Europe
it's
is 100K.
It's less. It's 100K,
So
much different. Yeah,
For us,
and the competition is
same.
way different. You know.
Yeah, like we've won Middle East like a couple of times.
Yeah.
But like EU, still not our luckiest day in the office. Yeah.
So it's more of like conquering. You've conquered Middle East. You want to conquer EU with that Middle East name.
But like the good thing in Middle East is that the whole trio was a Falcons trio.
Yeah.
So like, that was big for us.
And they've been together for fucking 3 years almost now.
Yeah. They won like the first trio of NCS.
Yeah.
And now they won the last one.
And that was the first time that Middle East had servers when they won the first trio of NCS, right? Which is cool too. Like it's cool to see them win that one, and then you know so many years later after still being together. Good team.
Yeah.
Good team. They have a very consistent play style. It was fun to watch. There was one duo clutch they had where they you know what I'm talking about, right next to Lazy Lake on the waterfall, dude. That shit was crazy.
So like referring to playing soccer, like I took the guys from the Fortnite EU bootcamp and we went to play soccer. They're not the best players, but
they're like this is outside. Like what the
fuck? Like wait, we have to kick the ball. We don't control it with a remote.
they kick the ball. Their leg breaks.
It's okay. They don't need that. I stopped playing sports when I got good at like Fortnite, when it became my job, which sucks.
Basically,
because I missed it.
Basically, same. Yeah, same.
You can't hurt your hands. Like it matters too much.
No.
And if you're anything like me, which you seem like you are by the face you're giving, you go in when you're playing. Like, I have
a competitive player.
Yeah, I have played pickup soccer against Arabs because when we go to Lebanon, we play like every weekend, and they're crazy aggressive. They take it seriously. It's like it's their fun. You know, it's pickup soccer. You either play on a fucking cement floor, you play on an actual field, but they take it seriously and they're fucking aggressive, bro. Like they will. So like your chance of getting hurt is high, especially if you're just as aggressive. Did he disconnect? They lost power.
Oh, internet froze. Damn. It's that Middle Eastern internet.
If only it was oil money.
Yeah. Well, you know, his one server just went down.
Well, while you're here, since it's gonna be edited after, we'll leave this part in. While you're here, make sure to follow the boys. By the way, you're listening on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. We're on all of them. That's crazy. All the links are in the description. Make sure to follow the Twitter at Brandrush to keep up. I guess this isn't a problem. This normally would be a problem, but now we edit our podcast, so, and we're on TikTok and Instagram.
I wish I had an ad to fucking sell right now, but I
don't
have
my god!
Shit.
But we will soon.
Hey, you know what? Watch the vlogs. How about that? Vlog channel as well, please.
True. All right, welcome back, brother. It's funny because we were talking about shit internet, and here he was bragging about how no, we don't have shit internet. It's just the servers. Well, what now, bitch? What now?
The one server in the entire country just went down.
What was I talking about as soon as you disconnected? It was a good point.
It was aggressive soccer.
Oh, it was aggressive soccer. Yeah, dude, the hands matter too much now. You know?
Yeah.
Like you hurt do you have your hands insured?
Nah, but like contract wise, my hands got like broken and stuff. I can sign with Arabic Arab.
You can sign, you said?
Nah, I can't sign with you. Like you know, like we also do the same basically with our players. Like if they do like something dumb and they just like broke any stuff and they can't compete.
See you later.
Ciao.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm not gonna fucking pay you to sit there with broken hands.
Yeah, but if it's like while they play, it's fine. We support them, but just them doing crazy stuff.
Yeah,
we are not responsible of it.
Imagine his players all go to the fucking soccer boot camp, football boot camp, and they break their hands, and he's the reason.
Okay, it's fine, boys.
When you fly out your players like that, do you make how's the content on Falcon? Because I haven't been seeing much. You have good intro videos, you know, you fly them out, it's high quality, etc. But we're not seeing content pumped out. You know, BL does a real good job of pumping out content. You know, Guild was doing a decent job at their intros, not anymore.
We have like more than 5 or 6 videos that should be uploaded soon after the bootcamp, and we have like a good movie, the face reactions of players while they play and stuff.
Nice.
So like a whole behind of the scenes stuff. So like
for the Fortnite team.
To be honest, like for the Fortnite EU team, that wasn't the bootcamp. So like bootcamp is way too important for the player, but even if the org can like mix it up with the content, it can be also like more helpful to the org.
Now, do those boot camps, do you see that they help, like, you know, for the time that they're there, 10 days or you know, 1 month, the players lock in?
I think it helps, like not just because like of internet and stuff. It's helped just because like now it's a part of your job while you need to do it like as a real pro, you know, like you need to sleep at that time, you need to wake up and practice, you know. We're not going.
There's tight schedules.
Like not a tight schedule, but like,
you know,
you still need to practice today, you know, like you still need to play stuff, and like you need to get like your sleeping schedule good. Because like literally before I went to them, I was in the Red Bull Athlete Program Center, and like they gave me like a full session of what stuff, you know, like nutrition stuff, endurance stuff, like many stuff, you know. So like it's helpful even to get it into my players.
Does that change your performance? Did you notice that when you did it yourself?
Well, I still haven't tried it, but like I'm sure that it will, you know, like at the end of the day, it's like a whole athlete program center with like much more than 20 specialists, you know.
Yeah. When I eat better, when I work out lightly, whatever it is, you feel way better. Like for the rest of the day, your aim's on point, everything.
I think I've like also heard like Fortnite pros and like just people talk about how Fortnite seems to be the only professional esport or game that pros don't do that. They don't have like a schedule. They don't really have a diet. They're kind of like degenerates. They kind of just like go to bed whenever, they go live whenever. But I think that having like an actual schedule and treating it like a job, it not only like it now, I don't know, man, I think it centers you, you know, because I think these kids, they don't sleep at the right times, they don't eat at the right times, and like that actually affects you, bro, a lot. Like, dude, when you know, I got sick for the last couple of weeks, but when me and Arab were killing it was when we'd both wake up at like 7 a.m. We'd stream until like noon, you know, we'd go get lunch, we'd go film, and then we'd stream again at night, and then we had a good schedule going. And that, it really motivated me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, like I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, I got shit to do. And I think like when you don't have a degenerate schedule, it like, you feel a lot more put together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a bit, you know, like uncomfortable, you know, like missing the energy while you need it the most. Like, but to be frankly honest, like I will not put like a whole tight schedule for the players for the whole season, you know, like which is 3-4 months.
They're too young.
Because they're too young. It will be boring, you know. Once they like they get the season off, they will be like mentality. They're exhausted. They're doing, you know, stuff they're not enjoying. You know, we're forcing stuff. But like we have champions in our team, and all of them want to do like the right stuff, you know. So especially about the defense, yes, they can, you know, they are really helpful. Papi, which is our mental coach, is really helpful even with the team.
Shout out to him.
Now, do you find that helps?
Yeah, 100%.
In what?
Helps.
In what does that mental coaching help? You know, obviously that could be a better question for Papi. You know, we'll have him on. But for me, I mean, I guess maybe I'm different. Maybe it's because I'm not a champion. But like I never had the bad mentality. Like, does it help everybody? Does it help? What is it? Is it to stop anger? Is it to stop, you know, when you do bad to recoup? Like, what's that mental coaching do? Like,
it's the whole thing. Like, basically, it's always good to speak to another guy, you know, about life. You know, like there's always like something disturbing you with life. So we have Papi there to help with it as well. Like, you know, like as an example, if like something happened shit in your first or second game, many people, because like they're still young and like they've been waiting for this major, it's over, just start cursing and getting into negativity zone. But in a way or another, like if you played good for the next 10 games, then you still can be in a good place. So like Papi is there to help, as well as we have champions. Like we have a 3x FNCS winner. Any another guy can stop and just sleep whenever he wants. He doesn't do anything like at the end of the day. But he's a champion. He wants to burn. He wants to have legacy for himself. He wants like to be the greatest player of all time by far. So like Papi is there to help, to always motivate him. Because like tournaments and stuff, it's normal routine. At the end of the day, while you earn so much and while you win so much, can be a bit stressful, a bit lazy about it. But like to get it motivated in the right way, so the player even can see it.
Easy to get complacent. Yeah.
Do you think that younger players need a mental coach more than older players? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That's what I figured.
Like I've been playing for 5 years as a pro player and stuff and get an intense level. I'll say if I have a good mental coach when I was like the first years, 1 or 1.5 year, I would win many more. Like even in FIFA 19, I was like a world champion getting into the second game, I think I've won still like more than 3-4 majors, but like I could have won more if I was motivated in the same way, hungry always in the same way.
Do you ever get bored of FIFA? I feel like there's no change in a new game.
Yeah.
Is there a new change when new games come out? Not really, like the players, right?
Yeah, but like, like the first 1-2 months you get like hyped of it, but like then
you buy a new toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy a new toy, you're sick of it.
Like as a pro player, like if you can ask any of another guys, like the way or another, their couple are bored from their games, but like I respect the players who are still, finding it boring, but it's my job. There is a team signing me for a reason. There's a team paying me a monthly salary for a reason. So it's a commitment thing. It's not just me. I need to chill. And it's boring. No, okay, it's boring. You hate it. It's your life, but like you still have to commit for your job, for your team, and like your responsibilities, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can tell the difference, in your, you being older, right? We're in the Fortnite scene, so a lot of the players we deal with don't have that level of respect. You're saying you're being paid by a team. You own a team as well. The fact that you are the CEO of a team and you don't even have them in your bio right now, just out of respect, because you're still under when you decided to fire it up, like, again, you're still on another team and you're representing them fully still. That's something you wouldn't see in our scene. That's a level of respect thing of like, okay, I signed to this, like, I'm going to serve it out. So good for you. That's
yeah, but like even like responsibility, commitment wise, like not just for Fortnite players, but like just as an example, where I don't like to put examples in myself that people say like ego stuff, but like it's just that the only story that it was because of me. Like there was the playoffs of us, which is basically I need to finish first or second to qualify for this year World Cup that should have been happening. So like before the playoffs, one day before the playoffs, my grandmother passed away. So like I had to fly to another city just to get the funeral and stuff. And then like, because I had the tournament, I even fly back and play it from home. Because like, I didn't want to play. I'll be like frankly honest, like not in a mood to play. Really doesn't want to play, but like I'm a Red Bull athlete for a reason, like my team is paying me for a reason, I'm still sad, not motivated, but like they don't deserve it, the impact of me just deciding not to play because like a side moment, they will respect it, of course, but they don't deserve it. They put like so much effort, they put like so much stuff for me, and then at the biggest day for the season I say no, I cannot, because obviously it's a family stuff, like, and if it happens to any of our players, I respect it. But just because I have commitment for like my team, my fans, like they will understand. Even my fans like deserves a lot, so like I play for them as well. So like you still have to put like commitment even while you're not enjoying it, because like people, people loves you because of a reason, because you're a champion.
Yeah.
So you need to do it.
It's very mature
I've won that event, so.
and it's very mature and profound of you, my friend.
Egotistical of you
Nah,
to even
dude,
talk
you know,
about it.
you know what I'm gonna say? Like, dude, I was gonna say it's like I like you because you're very modest. You know what I'm saying? And like people that have your level of success and your level of influence, sometimes they can be dicks, bro. Like sometimes they're very self-absorbed. You know, it's a lot. It's like the me type shit. But you're very modest. You know, you don't like even speaking about your victories and your accomplishments. You're very casual about it. You know, you're not overwhelmingly proud of yourself, you know, and some people have issues with that when they get any sort of success. And I think that level-headedness, it grants you a lot of time in the scene too. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, the problem with having a huge ego is that you feel good having it when you're winning, but when you're losing, bro, it really fucks with you. You know, you're like, damn, I talked all that shit, now I can't back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree, like 100%. But like for me, I think like as a good player in the winning mentality, you still need to have an ego, you know.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
mix it up, you know.
Yeah.
Not just being a full ego, guys. No, like, just mix it up because like you're a champion.
Yeah, 100%. Sportsmanship is important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I fuck with you. You're cool, and you can tell. Bro, I'm looking at these photos of you of winning the World Cup. You could tell you're just a fucking kid who won it on it. Like, you just happen to be so good, you know? And you're like, this is so cool, bro. Like, it's a genuine smile, etc. How did your life change after that? Because FIFA is huge in the Middle East.
No, like, I've met the king the next year, the king of Saudi Arabia as well.
No way.
Yeah. Like, for me, like, it's always, you know, like, maybe that's really an inspiration story. Because, like, if I was a doctor or I was like the best, you know, mechanical guy or whatever, like maybe I will never have the chance to meet the king because that's an accomplished thing that I've done.
Right.
So for me that's like how the government is, you know, like around champions and stuff. It's like a main reason of motivating me to do like more things, you know.
No, it's definitely cool to see all the shit you've accomplished. What's the best accomplishment that you've had in your career other than winning World Cup or the world champion?
I think the next year I've won Esports Console Player of the Year in
Console
Esports
player?
Awards.
Wow.
That's pretty
We
cool.
are still in console.
Yeah, that's
like,
really cool.
Yeah, winning.
Forget these fucks play on console.
Yeah.
What are your plans with Falcon moving forward? You know, how's that layout spread out when it comes to investing? Where are you gonna move in next? Is it a 10-year plan? Is it a 20-year plan? Tell us about that.
Well, we finished the phase 1, which is like one and a half year earlier, which is the phase 1, which is to be the best Middle East all. We accomplished it. Now the second phase for the second 3 years, we want to be one of the best orgs globally. Fortnite is one of our main interest and like our main step into it, but like there is obviously much more to come regarding Falcons. Like we're not half away of what we are planning to do.
You're figuring it out.
What do you mean?
You're figuring it out. You don't know what you don't have a like specific like road layout. You just know you want to get there, and you're gonna.
No. Like obviously I have, but like I'm not telling you the full story and the full game.
He's like I'm not gonna stream the meta. You know, you just have to watch.
Damn, bro. He's not sharing the meta. That's fucked.
So if you want to figure it out, make sure to follow Falcon Esports and Dossary on Twitter. Their links are in the description.
Yo, so speaking of the future, like just because you mentioned how like you didn't even plan on getting into being a professional, FIFA player. It just kind of happened and you went with it. Do you think that at some point the Falcon situation is going to take your full attention away from that? Like, do you plan on eventually not being a FIFA pro? You get what I'm saying? And just running the org full time?
One of the reasons, like I was behind the scene for the one year before, is that just me want to, I didn't want to announce I'm a Falcon, I'm the guy behind Falcon and stuff, and not doing good in a season, which is my FIFA community fan base, which is like 90% of my followers will be mad, in a way or another.
Yeah.
So I want to, or just if I lose any tournament, they say, yeah, because you are busy doing business stuff,
They like
whatever.
that, yeah.
I put it on,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they love you for
and
a
they're
reason.
aggressive. The Middle Easterners, they love you,
Yeah.
but when they hate you, they hate you.
Yeah. I put it like an aside, and I was doing both. I was successful with both this year, and like for me, this year was like the most hours I've put into FIFA. So I was like successful into both cases. But like at the end of the day, I'm not playing FIFA till I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
I've been playing since 5 years. But obviously, the next story is me when I get out of FIFA. Is just me sitting behind Falcons.
Now, do you notice as you get older? You just said you put in more time this year. Do you notice as you get older, you have to put in more time to keep up?
Yeah, like not into FIFA, but like I mean, in any game, like not just about older or stuff, but like in any game, if you don't put like enough effort, then you're not.
Yeah, but originally you said you were playing 2 to 3 hours a day. FIFA's not one of those games that you had to put in. But was it because you were younger?
Yeah, but like no. Like, but still 2-3 hours into FIFA a day is like enough.
Oh, that's considered a lot. Okay.
It's enough, not a lot, but a lot. It's enough. Me personally, I don't like to train.
You're way too good.
No. Like after like for like 6-7 hours, and then I'd be like, man.
Yeah, you're just the best.
I'm just so bored, I just don't want to train tomorrow.
He only needs 2 to 3 hours, is what he's saying. So if you're listening and you're competing against him, just know that you're spending 3 times the amount of time and you still suck.
for real, dude. For real. No, dude. I know kids that play FIFA until their thumbs fall off, dude, and they're probably not even close to as good as you. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Anyway, so it comes down to gaming is genetics. Okay.
That's what I said, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, bump that 60% to 80 for him, dude. No way.
Yeah, 80% genetics. He's playing half an hour a day. He's not even playing a full FIFA. 2 to 3 hours is 2 FIFA matches, Edwin.
For real.
Now, how long is a FIFA match? 40 minutes?
No, it's like half an hour.
Okay.
Half an hour. Yeah.
4 games. My man plays 4 games a day, dude.
Anyways, that's really all we have for you. I'm glad we got away from that. Falcon is run by oil money, because it's not. It's run by FIFA money. Are your other investors, are they also pro players?
And they're all like businessmen and stuff.
Oil money.
He's like, no, they're oil money. Yeah. That's funny.
Hopefully you guys, take a look into Falcons. Falcons are fucking killing it. They're absolutely dominating the Middle East, and I'm gonna keep an eye on you guys. Obviously, I have been, because of the way you guys came into Fortnite. Like, what the fuck? You guys absolutely dominated it. VF and CS wins under your belt. I'm excited to see. I feel like all of us here are the pioneers of esports. You have your esports org. We're building our esports networking through the podcast, etc. Like, I used to play pro Fortnite. We all do our shit. And it's cool to see that we all are the pioneers of streaming esports content. Like, we're early. We're all early. So I'm excited to see how Falcons pops off in the next 10-15 years. Maybe you'll end up in the CDL, who knows, but I do think you're going to be the face of the Middle East when it comes to esports. So good luck.
Thank you
for coming on, guys. Make sure to check out Musaed Al Dossary in the did I say that right? Make sure to check him out in the description. His links are down there. His Falcon Esports is down there as well, guys. Keep an eye on there. Remember, Falcons isn't funded by oil money yet.
or entirely.
Is there anything else you want to say?
I would just want to thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed our conversation, I'll say, broadcasting. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was fun having you on, bro. You're a very likable personality. And you know, before this, I didn't really know much about you. We did a little bit of research, but it's cool. I especially, bro, have a connection. It's just the Middle Eastern connection. We have it. I walked in right before we got on this podcast.
I'll tell him. This motherfucker does this all the time, dude. I don't know how he knows, bro. Like, I'll look at somebody and I'll be like, that's just another human being. And Earl will go, he's from Lebanon. Like, I'm like, how do you know? And dude, we went to a gas station to get coffee because we're gonna be up late. And he walks in, takes one look at the guy, and goes, Kifa Kabibi. And the guy's like, oh, you know? And I was like, how the fuck do you know? I'm like, bro, I've been to this gas station a million times. I would have never guessed that shit, bro. So no, he's right, bro. The Middle Eastern people, dude, honestly, like I'm from Central America. I'm from Nicaragua. And I thought Latin people were like that, like Hispanic people. Not even fucking close, dude. It's not even close. It's like whenever he talks to somebody who's from the Middle East, it almost sounds like they're related. Like that's how friendly the conversations are.
Yeah, and they'll always look at Edwin, bro. They'll always look at Edwin if he's behind me, and they'll go, "Enta Camena?" Like, and he's like, "Me? No." No.
What does that mean?
Like,
what does that mean?
You do a lot of it.
Yeah, no. Every time they say some shit to me, I just say "Tlob el bolis," and they're like, "What?" Bro, before this ends, I just want to say one more time how fucking crazy it is that you're the $1,000 that kid gave fucking Turner. That still blows my mind, dude. You don't understand.
It's cool. Full circle, bro. It was a pleasure having you guys. If you're on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, we're on all those platforms. Make sure to check out Musaed Al Dossary. Yeah, I got the I got the language under my belt. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for making it to the end. Peace.